Masters week. Mike Wilson, what's up, my boy? First comment, shout out Mike. Let me tweet this thing out on Twitter real quick, and then we can get cooking. Then we can get cooking. All right. Yo, I'm Tropics. Andre said, look at this outstanding young man. What's up, Andre? What's up, kid? Okay. I got chills right now, bro. This is my favorite week of the year. I love the Masters. Once we get some more people coming in, where's Cheeto? I don't know. Where is Cheeto? Cheeto's not Mike. His name's not Mike. His name is like... I don't remember Cheeto's name. I'd have to look at it. So, first thing we're going to do is just talk about the course, the type of players that I like on it. I literally have chills right now, bro. Ludwig 3.5 birdies, but it can barely hear. Let me turn this up then. Let me move my mic a little closer. Can barely... Oh, yeah, that is quiet. Okay, there. That might be a little bit better. Lower this joint a little bit. Okay, that should be a little bit better. I don't have any Masters logos. Oh, you're talking about on the thumbnail? Nah. Mic is low. Bro, are we for real? Let me turn this up a little bit. I don't know how much louder I can turn it up, but... VJ Singh to win it all? No, no way. No way. Carson, yes, Carson is his name. I have him on PSN. Okay, I'll just try to talk a little loud. Turn up your volume, okay? What we're gonna do, Cole J's a mid person, that's cap. Where's Jay Diddy? He's not here. First thing we're gonna do is talk about the type of course that Augusta is, the best players that fit it. I'm gonna tell you who I bet outright. I'm gonna talk about my prize picks, bets. We're gonna do it all in the stream, okay? I'm winning that contest, I doubt it. So, first things first, let's look at Augusta. What kind of player fits Augusta, right? This is Data Golf. It's a website that breaks down courses and compares them based on the type of players that win. Where do the biggest differences in their strokes gained compared to the field average? So as you can see, compared to an average PGA course, this white line right here is an average PGA Tour course. Driving accuracy does not matter at Augusta. And if you watch the Masters, you know there will be people that are hitting out of pine straw. There's not a lot of trees there that block your angles. There's not, really bad rough that punishes bad shots. Like Oakmont, driving accuracy was very important last year because if you land in the rough, you cannot get to the green. The Masters is not like that. The Masters is very prominent on accuracy, but so is a normal PGA Tour course. So it's not a huge difference. But if you're looking at a player, you prefer distance over accuracy. A player that I really like this week that I bet outright, Jake Knapp, fits that perfectly. He is very long off the tee, but he's not that accurate. So that's the thing. But the two things that matter the most at Augusta is approach play and around the green play. First of all, it's hard to hit these greens. And then if you don't hit the green, you need to be good around the green. Okay? These are some of the hardest greens to hold. You hear horror stories about it where guys will six putt. Guys will have to chip 3 times. So if you're very good around the green, then that helps a lot. Someone that I also bet outright, Minwoo Lee. If you're going to go compare Minwoo Lee, I'll pull up his shot chart in a second. His shot chart is driving distance around the green. His approach play is not that good. But he fits this course well. Someone like Hideki is an amazing, he's probably one of the best around the green players besides Scotty Scheffler on the PGA Tour. Those kind of players do very well at Augusta. Long drivers that can hit the ball well and that are good around the green. Putting really doesn't matter that much. Now, yes, if you want to win, you probably want to gain strokes to the field. But Rory last year lost strokes putting and won. So putting's not that important, and driving accuracy is definitely not that important. They have some course similarity scores where it shows you, okay, like if your guy's good at Riviera, he's probably going to be good at Augusta because they're similar, right? And then down here they have course adjustments, which this is just how much does a player gain or lose compared to this. So like someone like Jake Knapp, right, gains for distance, and then because accuracy doesn't matter, he actually gains strokes to the field. So that he has a pretty big total strokes gain adjustment. So let's go look at some players that I like outright. Player number 1 is Hideki Matsuyama. He's won here before already. He has a very good course history here. If we scroll down, he's won. He has a T5, a T7, top 11, another top 20, a top 13, top 14, top 16. Just top 20s littered throughout his board. Very good around the green here. He's a great approach player. And then he's not that accurate or that long off the tee, but because his approach play is so freaking good and his around the green play is so good, he's a great course fit here. And again, the Masters is the most predictive course on the PGA Tour. Predictive meaning, do last year's stats on this course matter to you this year? There's some courses where you can play it bad one year, next year you play it great, the next year you played okay. Augusta's not like that. It is the number 1 course in the world on prior performance affecting future outcomes, basically, right? So when someone like Hideki has all these top 20s at this course and he has a win here and his approach and around the green play makes a lot of sense. I bet Hideki outright. I got 3,600 on it. I really like Hideki. There's one more that I think I like the most. But Hideki would be my second favorite outright. The guy that I do like the most this week, and this is price dependent. Obviously, I think Scottie Scheffler has the highest chance to win. But we are talking about who are my favorite players to bet outright. Someone's asking about a prize picks play. I have 6 prize picks props for you guys. I'm going to talk to after this, okay? But yes, someone said, do you like Hideki? I do think Hideki under 71 is pretty good, but I have 6 plays that I know are better. My favorite play this week is probably Jake Knapp, because I got an insane number. I got 88-1 on Jake Knapp. And you can see Jake Knapp has been on a heater recently. These are his strokes gained to the field. So this is how many strokes are you better per field on average. Since, let's look at this year, right here, February 1st. Almost 3 strokes gained, 3 strokes gained, 3 strokes gained, almost 3 strokes gained, almost 3 strokes gained. He has been absolutely strong. I mean, looks like a Scottie Scheffler year right now, where he's gone T11, T5, 8, 6. Cut doesn't look like Scottie, and then T6. Like, he's playing so good. Another thing is, we talked about approach play is important. This is talking about his overall Jake Knapp as a player, but if you look at how he's been hitting his irons recently, gained a ton at the Texas Children's Open, gained a ton at the Genesis Invitational, gained a ton at Waste Management, played pretty well at, like, 0.6 is pretty good at Pebble Beach. And then, obviously, his distance, this is how much he gains to the field. He's one of the longest players on the PGA Tour. So I got Jake Knapp at 88.5-1, and I really like that. The last outright that I took, actually I took 2 more. Unless I'm tripping. Let me check my Discord, just to make sure. Nah, it's losing my mind. I feel like I bet one more guy. Oh, yeah, I did. I bet Minwoo. Okay. So, Matt Fitzpatrick, coming off a win. The week before that, he was T2. He played amazing. You can see he gained 4 strokes and 3 strokes. In the last 3 years, I think the stat I read was basically the players that are coming into Augusta with the best form have the best chances. It's really, Augusta's not a get-right course. So, he has been playing insane this year. You know, he has a 9th at Waste Management, win November 16th, win last week. He doesn't have insane course history, but he also doesn't have bad. He's never missed the cut since his first year in 2014. He has 5 top 20s. No, 4, because that's T22. 5 top 20s. And he's won majors before. He's won the U.S. Open. He's won on the PGA Tour. He knows how to win. I got him at 2,600. Bro, you got to look this good, my girl watching. I'm sorry, bro. So, yeah, I do like Fitz. I got 2,600, but if we're ranking according to price, which ones are my favorite? It's Knapp, it's Hideki, then it's this next guy, then Fitz is my least favorite of the bunch. So if you have you want to sprinkle one or two guys, I would definitely sprinkle Knapp and Hideki. Actually, I'd probably sprinkle because Hideki's one here. It kind of just makes me want to bet on Minwoo Lee. I also like Minwoo Lee a lot as a golfer because he's so fun and he fits this course so well. I don't think he has the best history. You can see he's played it only 4 times. T14, T22. He was cut 1 year and T49. Or just 49. Thing is, he's never played this good coming into Augusta. Ever. We could look at, so last year on April 13, 25, he finished 49th. You can look on here and say, according to Data Golf, April 14th, he was like a 50th ranked player around that, okay? Right now, he's the 15th ranked player in the world, according to Data Golf. He has never came in this hot. Again, it's been playing insane this year. T2, T12, T6, T3. An amazing course fit as well. We've talked about it at Augusta. The 3 stats that matter the most to me. Driving distance, approach play, around the green. Minwoo Lee's one of the best around the green players in the world. He's up there in that Hideki tier, that Scotty tier. He is so talented around the green. He also hits the ball far as shit, okay? If you looked at, like, you could go break down a driving distance. Better than 92% of PGA players is what his driving distance is. His around the green is better than 97% of PGA players. His approach play is better than 82% of PGA Tour players. This is an amazing course fit at Augusta. And I personally really like Minwoo Lee just because he's fun for the game of golf. Dr. Chapinski, all that stuff. So those are my 4 outrights. And again, we're going to talk about, when I talk about these prop bets, these prize picks bets that I'm about to share, you got to remember, I'm looking for guys. These are not the only people that I'll bet on, but it's a plus in my mind for me if you're long off the tee or good around the green or good approach play. If you're all 3, it's even better. So there's 6 plays that I like. We're going to go through all of them. I thought they'd be on the favorites tab, but they're not yet because I just posted them. So play number 1. This is probably my favorite play on the board. Okay, it was Jake Knapp under 72.5. Before anyone asks, no, do not take bumps. I am going to have more plays. Do not take bumps because Jake Knapp, I play at 72.5 because I think that he's going to shoot a 72, 71. But he's not, I mean, yes, he can, but in golf, it's not like basketball where, like, if you take someone over 22.5 points, that bump to 23.5 is, yes, it matters, but it matters way less in golf because golf distributions are so tight, meaning imagine if in basketball you could only take 10 shots and you were betting on how many shots a player could make, and it was 6.5, and then someone takes the over and it bumps 7.5. That's a huge difference because the distribution is almost always going to be between 5 and 8. And that's the same thing in golf. You have to use, there's a certain amount of strokes that you have to use in golf. You can't go out there and shoot a 48. You can't go out there and shoot a 59. I mean, once every 5 years, 10 years, a player does it. One player. But 95% of golf rounds are going to end within 2 strokes of their projection. Or some number like that. So, like, Carlos Ortiz tomorrow, 90% of the time he is going to shoot between a 70 and a 75 because the distribution is so tight. So do not take bumps. We're going to talk about other plays that I like. I know there's one play that hasn't bumped, but Jake Knapp did. So I like Jake Knapp. If you can get it on Underdog maybe or Better or some other app or you're on a book, I really like Jake Knapp under 72.5. Another play that I took was JJ Spawn. He just won last week. I took JJ Spawn under 72.5. It seems like they're going to be bumping all these. I'm not going to explain all these plays if they're bumped, okay? You guys want new plays. If you're in my Discord, you've already played these. I'm going to show you what I played, but I'm not going to explain each one because, again, you guys are wanting plays to take now, not plays that I took 10 minutes ago. Harris English, he is not bumped. I sent this to my Discord. He is not bumped yet. Harris English grew up in Georgia. He's probably played Augusta National 50 times. He's, a lot of the Georgia players get to play it when they're in college. Decent course history here. T12 last year, T22 the year before. And when you go and look at his overall breakdown, I know he's not long off the tee. But first of all, he's played this a lot, and like we said, this course you get better as you play. But he's pretty solid around the green. He's pretty solid approach. He hits it distant. He hits it far enough. Yes, we would like it to be, the Minwoo Lee distance. But what we don't want is someone like Brian Harmon, who loses to the field with distance. That's a really bad course fit for him. Harris English, who's just barely above average to the PGA Tour. If you look at his driving distance, it's better than 56% of PGA players. That's fine. He's solid around the green. He's a great putter. And he grew up playing Bermuda. He grew up playing these Georgia grasses. He grew up playing on Augusta. So I played Harris English under 72.5. And he's also just a really good player. Now, the other stroke plays I took, let's see if they bumped. I took Maverick McNeely under 72.5. Again, a really good player. He's not super long off the tee, but he just has a great game. And he's in really good form right now. It's similar to the Harris English play. And then the last play, this guy is long as shit off the tee. It was Nikolai Horgaard under 72.5. Again, I know you guys want fresh plays. We're about to get into them. I'm going to show you everything, okay? But Nikolai Horgaard, super long off the tee. We're going to look at his... We're going to look at his, breakdown as well. Great approach player, great driving distance, great putter. Nikolai Horgaard, I think personally, when I watch him play, he has to hit the least amount of fairways. Because when I watch this dude golf, every single hole ends in a trouble at Augusta. Oh. I think, did I lose y'all for a second? Chat, if you're here, just comment. I said it disconnected. We back? Okay. I guess I just dropped something for a second. I don't know what happened. Just, yeah. Okay, perfect. We're back. I don't know how long I was off for. But we're just talking about Nikolai Horgaard. He's super long off the tee. Not accurate, and he's a great approach player. It's an interesting course fit. Lost the last 10 seconds or 10 minutes? It has to be 10 seconds. Okay. Just a great course fit at Augusta. Do I think he has a chance to win? No. I mean, maybe, but no. But he does have a very interesting fit for this course. And we're just talking about under 72.5. I think the scoring average, this is going to be a fast Augusta. I think the scoring average is going to be 72.5. But I think it's going to be pretty easy for him to gain half a stroke to the field with how good of a course fit he is, how good he's been playing recently. You can see T3 at the Waste Management, T6, second. Doesn't have amazing course fit here. He's only played it twice, but T16 and then cut. It looked like when he got cut, he was just struggling putting in around the green. But the year before, he was fine. So it's not like anything happened to where he doesn't know how to play this course because literally his first time playing it, he played it good. He just played it bad. Happens. So, now let's talk about fresh plays. Plays that have not bumped that I like. Harris English, I like a lot. We're going to go to, this is just basically a golf model where you can put in, what you think the course is going to play at. I think it's going to play 72.5. And then you can just break down. So I know there was a Hideki play at 71.5 if he's up. I like Hideki. Plays at 10.19. I'm going to put some props on the board over here, and then I'll decide which ones I want to play. I know Harris English is one of them. Hideki, I'm not sure if I'm going to play yet. I'm just clicking ones that I like, and then I'll solidify all of them. So, if you want an over, just for fun, this is kind of a fun sweat. I might play this with an MLB play tonight. This fucker right here, if he shoots better than a 75, I'm going to be so impressed. This is probably the best play on the board, but I don't want to take his over with unders because that's negative correlation. But I have this graded as the best play on the board. He's really fucking bad. He's really bad. He's old as dirt. I like that one. This is his twin brother, Nikolai's twin brother. They actually have kind of similar games, but he's just worse. Tommy Fleetwood under 71.5, I think is good. That's probably going to be, I definitely think I'm going to play Tommy under 71.5. I do like people that are playing in the PM better, just because, sorry, I have allergies, so my nose is on fire itching right now, because there's hella pollen in Georgia right now. Adam Scott under 72.5, 100% going to be a play. 100%, I was supposed to post Adam Scott, but I posted Jake Knapp twice. Adam Scott, Harris English are 100% plays for me, okay? Minwoo over 3.5 birdies thoughts. 4 par 5s. The short par 4. Let's look at what the birdie average was last year. Cause I think Minwoo Lee is going to be like an average birdie maker in this field. He doesn't make a ton of birdies if I remember correctly. So last year, okay, played to .068. That's kind of what I think it's going to play to today. So let's just go to this round right here. Or not today, tomorrow. So birdies, we have 3. That's 52. That's 71. 75. Let me say there's no eagles. Okay, 75, 79. 100. So that's 1. 1.15. 1.65. 1.68. That's 20%. 1.68. 1.88. That's 20. That's 12. 208. 214. 227. Then that's 35. 35 plus 27, 52. Another 27. That's 79. That's 229. 18 plus 229 is 57. 59. I think I just absolutely chopped that math. 270. All right, we're gonna go to the other website. I think I just chopped that math. Trying to do that live fast just cooked me. Birdie bet at 3.34. So yeah, I wouldn't bet that. I think 3.5 is the right number. I think 3.5 is the right number. Who's gonna win the Masters for sure? Oh, that's Teddy O. What up, Teddy? I was like, what fucking idiot just commented who's gonna win the Masters for sure? How's King look, Teddy? Yeah, I didn't know it was a goblin either. I wouldn't play it if it's a goblin. Kings through 5 on 82. I mean, does he go? Does he go? So Scott and Harris English are definitely plays. Beyond that, oh, I didn't see Fred Couples had a line. I think I'm gonna go with Jacob Bridgman over Tommy. Let's look at Tommy's course history. So Tommy finished T3 in 2024. How do I not remember that? Oh, he shot his lowest round to get there. Sunday. This was the Scotty runaway. Aberg choking, Morikawa choking, Homa choking, Bryson choking. Damn, bro. Bryson needs to stop choking at the Masters. Have you put in any Master picks? Yeah, I've put in like 12. I think I'm going to do Bridgman over Tommy because Bridgman plays in the afternoon as well. Afternoon, I think, is going to be a little easier. So let's go those 3. This is going to be my live stream play. So it's going to be Harris English, Adam Scott, Jacob Bridgman. Now let's look and see if they removed my Birdie Vetted matchups because there's 2 that I really liked. One of them was Sung J M. They did remove him, and the other one was... Oh, who was it against Harrington? Oh, it was Homa. Max Homa. Okay, so they removed them. I'll tell you what I think it's going to be in case it goes back on the board later. So, Ludwig 3.5. I think like the 3.5s are fine. You don't like Ludwig and Bryson on the under? No. If we in Discus replaceable, no. This is like the best of left after I've hit the board. Surreal. You can if you want to, though. But I might post something similar. It was Max Homa versus Jackson Harrington. Jackson Harrington is like a sophomore at Tennessee that got into this event by coming runner-up in the U.S. Amateur last year. first time playing in the Masters. I don't expect round 1 to be good from him. He's also a sophomore at Tennessee. Like, it's not like he's Max Homa, who's on the PGA Tour. And it was birdie or better matchups. I think Harrington could come out there, like, piss down his leg. And even if he plays to his average, I think his average is, like, maybe 3 birdies. I mean, that's not his average. His average is probably 2. But, like, if he plays decently solid, he could make 3 birdies. I think Homa's, like, floor is 2 to 3 birdies. But I think he has the upside for more. I don't think Jackson Harrington, as a sophomore at Tennessee, first time playing in the first round in the biggest tournament of the year, someone that he's probably dreamed about for his whole life. He's been, like, sleeping on it, freaking out, staying in the cottage. I don't think he's going to play that good. I think Max Homa has a shot to play decent. So I took Max Homa 0.5 birdies over Jackson Harrington. That seemed like a super free line. I don't know why they hung that. The other one was Sung JM over Brian Campbell. Brian Campbell is, like, hits at 275 out the tee. Like, bro hits his driver as far as me. So he's just going to struggle here. So, yeah, I'm fine fading him with Sung JM. I think Brian Campbell might make, like, 2 birdies. Why not Hideki under for this slip? He would be, like, he's, like, my 5th favorite play on the board. I like these 3. Then I like Tommy Fleetwood. Then I like Hideki. So if these bump and you're trying to put in a play tomorrow morning, you want to have some fun with the boys, you can be like, oh yeah, Zeke like Tommy and Hideki under 71.5. Let's just throw that in a little parlay ski. Then that's cool with me. Did Michael King come out? Oh, he did. Teddy, are you still here? I gotta tell you something I fucked up on it as long as he hits. I didn't even want to say it last night because I was so embarrassed. So yeah, Hideki's like my 5th favorite play on the board. So that's why there's no Hideki in the slip. Like Amin Wuli, I know I talk about a lot. I bet him outright, but betting someone outright is a lot different than betting on their tournament odds, right? Like, I think Tommy Fleetwood has a better chance to win the Masters than Minwoo Lee, but Minwoo Lee is like 4,200 and Tommy Fleetwood is like, let's say 2,000. Where I think Minwoo Lee has better value on the outright market. That doesn't mean that I think Minwoo Lee is a better strokes underplay at the same line as Tommy Fleetwood. So, those are my 3 favorite. I was interested in finding a filler for you guys. So you could pair this 3 with like a boom and get 9.25x. But, Michael King! Do I like Maverick this weekend? Yeah, I bet Maverick top 10. There was one more play that I thought was decent. But I want to check this guy's course history first. Because this guy makes a ton of birdies. A ton. But I don't know what his course history is like at Augusta. There's no way he's never played Augusta. Oh my God. Harry Hall's never played Augusta. I was going to say I think Harry Hall makes a fuck ton of birdies. And he was paired against Justin Thomas. I think that's a pretty fair matchup, so I was going to take the less on that. But because he's never played at Augusta, that kind of scares me off. You need a fillers. Adam Scott good at 3.5 birdies. Just take his strokes, bro. Just take his strokes. Bryson birdies are better versus Cantlay. Nah, they're too close. Like a lot of these seem easy, like a Rory versus Hovland. But these guys are all professional golfers, so it's really hard to project a birdie higher than someone. Like the Jackson Harrington guy that I took was like a college sophomore versus Max Homa, so you could see how he would project a birdie better. And then the Sung J.M. versus Brian Campbell, I took probably the worst professional in the field at Brian Campbell. Definitely the worst birdie maker, I would think. But like a lot of these, there's just not enough. What's it called? Chicken on the bone. Where like, let's look at let me see someone that would have 2. Like Bryson and Cantlay definitely have birdie lines. So if you go look at Bryson, he's probably 4 flat. He's 4.5 at a demon, so that's 4 flat basically in my head. And then Cantlay is going to be 3.5. He might even be a goblin at 3.5. So he's 3.5 even. So if you're going to tell me Bryson's 4, Cantlay's 3.5, This thing has them at a 0.5 difference. That's just accurate. But someone like Brian Campbell, I don't know if he's going to have a line. But, like, he would be 3.5 at a demon. See, like, he's 36.5 holes played at a demon. Like, bro, you could make a demon out of him just making the fucking cut. Like, come on, bro. Sung JM's not no demon at making the cut. See, he's a goblin at making the cut. And they had them paired together. So, I like that. What I'm going to do, let me try to find a MLB filler real quick so I can get y'all this parlay ski. That boy Teddy came in my stream and didn't even stay, though. Can we talk about how fake that is? So there's a Will Benson under hits, Michael McGreevy under outs, Mackenzie Gore under outs. Wait, why don't you like Ludd under 71.5? Is this not a pretty line? I don't think Ludd... y'all are going to get me in trouble now. Okay. I am probably the least, Ludwig fan in the world. I think he's severely overrated, first of all. If you're going to tell me that Ludwig Aberg is the same, or Oberg, whatever you want to say, is the same line as Tommy Fleetwood, Matt Fitzpatrick, and Hideki Matsuyama under 71.5. So we have Tommy Fleetwood, Matt Fitzpatrick, Hideki Matsuyama, and Ludwig Oberg. Ludwig's the worst of them, of those four. Like, he is. That is a fact. But he gets priced as he's, like, already broke through and he's on this tier because he does have good starting rounds, I guess. But, like, he's getting priced. If you look at, like, his Masters price, he's getting priced in, like, the Xander, Fitzy tier. Bro, Fitzy has a major and he's won this year. Ludwig doesn't have a major and Ludwig hasn't won this year. So I don't think that, like, if Ludwig was 72.5, like this Adam Scott, Harris English tier, oh, I'd be all over it. But at 71.5, where he's getting priced up with the big boys in my head, I can't. Now, I see what you're saying, though. You love the first round for Ludwig. I do. He's probably going to shoot his best round 1 or 2. That's a fact. But would I still project him to be a better golfer than Tommy Fleetwood tomorrow? No. Like, I can't do that. Just because Tommy Fleetwood has been doing what Ludwig's doing, but better for 5 years. Tommy Fleetwood has always been this, amazing strokes game player, but he can't close on Sundays. But he's been better than Ludwig has, and he's been doing it for longer. So I really I can't do Tommy. Or I can't do Ludwig. I just can't do it. I think that, like, if you bet him outright, I think that is a terrible bet. Terrible. I think I'm going to bet Will Benson under hits. Just not sure yet. I'm trying to find you guys a MLB Philly. Who's your best bet for top 10 finish at plus money? If you want, like, the highest probability to hit, just take the guy that's, like, plus 100. But someone that I bet was Maverick McKinley. I got plus 530, I think. Let me make sure. I got plus 580 for Maverick McKinley top 10. Now, again, that is not the most likely top 10 hit, but it's the one that I think had the most value. That's what you're trying to do in sports betting, is find the one with the most value. Who do you think is going to do better this weekend? JJ Spawn, Batia, or Justin Thomas? I'd almost say in that exact order, but I think it's going to go JJ Spawn, then Justin Thomas, then Akshay Batia. Batia's a really good course fit, though, dude. JJ Spawn's, I think, would be one. Let me just look at something real quick. Yeah, I would say the order you just said it in. Spawn, Batia, Thomas is my favorite. Oh, you know what I could pair this with for you guys? You guys want to have a little sweat? Where's it at? Holes played. Let me find the guy that I was wanting to take real quick. Because McCarty Party, I imagine, is not up anymore. So, like, bro, this is my thing. Like, look at all these goblins, and Ludwig's the one that has the most played. Like, I don't get what people's obsession is with Ludwig. There's one guy that I want to take here, and that will be the stream parlay. I just gotta look for him. Johnny Kiefer, Dustin don't make the cut. I don't think Dustin will. I mean, I wouldn't bet that, but Dustin kind of seems just ass now. In the nicest way possible. Okay. It's between two guys. You know what we're going to do, chat? I think we're going to let you guys pick who is going to be the fourth leg. It is between Carlos Ortiz to make the cut or Wyndham Clark to make the cut. Wyndham Clark, long off the tee, decent around the green, decent approach play. Hasn't been playing that good this year, though. Last two tournaments was cut. At the Masters, he doesn't have the best history. But pretty talented golfer, and again, pretty good course fit. The other one is Carlos Ortiz. Decently long off the tee, decently good around, or really good around the green, actually. And pretty good approach player. We disconnected. Okay, I don't know why it just dropped again for 2 seconds, but I just need to reset my PC after this, I guess. It's between Ortiz and Jason Day under 72.5. That sounds decent. If we're wanting just an entire Masters parlay, I have these graded as the exact same. In my heart, right here, I don't like Wyndham Clark, and I also think Wyndham Clark has a wide range of outcomes. If he's hot, he'll finish top 10. But when he's not hot, he'll slam clubs and just shoot like shit. Carlos Ortiz seems more like the steady guy, so I think I'm going to post Ortiz. Or not post Ortiz, but send this here. I didn't realize I've had Rory in the parlay that long. Hopefully no one played that. There's no MLB play that I like as the filler. I don't think. Let me look through here. Damn, they got Grant up. Oh, Reen Nelson over 4.5. I actually might play that. That might be the filler, not this Ortiz play, because I do think Reen is good. Or Ryan, whatever his fucking name is. Why you gotta be so difficult? Let me check and see what price I got last night. And also, let me check and see, like, how's that not bumped? What are its odds now? It's between those two for the last leg. And then we're going to wrap the stream up. Last night, I got Ryan at 115. Shocked that hasn't moved. Brian Harmon over 72.5. Yes, I like that. Jason Day lines at 72. Yeah, that makes sense. I was going to say. Jason Day at 72.5 sounds good. So it's even line on Pinnacle right now. I wish I could see what Circa was at. Let me see what Circa's at. Let me go to another website. Oh, so Pinnacle only has $500 limits. I'm not worried about that. Circa's at 110, 110. 1K limits. Okay, we're going to go Ortiz. We're going to go full Masters. Only reason why I don't like that is because I got to wait another day. And it's like, I'm trying to hit, you know, if I sweep the golf plays, I just want to know, like, okay, it's good, or I don't have to sweat it, you know? But doesn't look like, I'll check fantasy score real quick. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. Woo at 35.5. She won a woo, baby. I might get on the woo train. 36, so that's going to be 18. Plus a quality start is 4. That's 22. So you need 25, 28, 31, 34, 37. Damn, 5 more. 5 more Ks than ER. That's a lot. Gore Fantasy? Nah. I'm looking at Woo. I mean, I think Woo's interesting. Sea Snow. Will Warren at 31.5 might be interesting. What's Framber? Framber at 34.5. So that's the same line as, oh no, that's one lower than Woo. 22, 25, 28, 31, 34, so he still needs one more. Warren, I don't know if he goes 6, so that's kind of sketchy. Holmes, I would like it, but I don't know if he goes 6. Zeke, don't you like any of the other plays, especially debutants? No, I do like Jose over 75.5. I'm trying to find a filler for this real quick. Woo, Framber. Framber should have a good chance at a win versus Ober. Let me see what he is on the money line compared to Woo. So Woo's minus 118. Framber's got to be like minus 200. Minus 154. You keeping Rory on? No, I'm not keeping Rory on. You like the Ryan play? I do too, but we've already posted it for last night. That it's 110, 110 on Circa. So we didn't get good line movement. Between Ortiz and I think Framber. I mean, Framber should have a really good chance to go 6. Really good chance to record a win. He's 5.5 even line for strikeouts. 22, 5, that's 15, 22, that's 37. So if he goes 6, gives up 1, no win. If he goes like, gets 5, goes up 2, gets a win. I mean, dude, Ober's ass. We're going to stick with Ortiz, officially. Official. This is the stream parlay. We're going to go Harris English, under 72.5. Adam Scott, under 72.5. Jacob Bridgman, under 72.5. With Carlos Ortiz to make the cut, over 36.5 holes played. You need an over strokes or birdies for a filler on pick 6. I mean, I have to see the pick 6 board, but let's just assume it's the same as prize picks. I'll look at it in a second after I let people get this in, okay? So, there it is. Screenshot it if you need it. I'll look at what's your take on Casey Jarvis. I actually put a good amount of money on him to do good this week. First of all, Pot Geeter. At the Birdie or Better board, we're looking for someone that I like over 3.5. I mean, I guess maybe a 2.5 guy is fine. Sam Burns or Jake Knapp over 3.5 is probably what I'd play. Sam Burns makes a lot of birdies. Hovland's interesting because he's hurt. Nikolai over 3.5. Nikolai makes a fuck ton of birdies. Whoever has made the more birdies this year between those two, I'm going to take. Which it has to be Jake Knapp, I would think. Jake Knapp or Nikolai Højgaard for the guy that asked this. Why did you only put $5 because you limited? Oh, that guy's, he was joking. Is Scotty your best top 5 finish bet? If you're asking who's the most likely to finish top 5, yes, Scotty is. I mean, it's Scotty. But would I pay like whatever price he is? I probably wouldn't. Nikolai 61st. Shocker. Nap 34th. Let's look at last year. Nap was 7th. Nikolai was 8th. I'd go Nap. Nap seems safer to me. Nikolai does make a fuck ton, but he hasn't been doing it as much this year. Because no fantasy one better. What's your favorite MLB? Just take that Ryan over 4.5. Reen over 4.5. Benson under 0.5 hits. Should Discord members play this? No, this was like a stream play. In case they didn't get the slips from the Discord. He's plus 125. Yeah, like, would I pay that price? No way. Plus 125, but if you're asking me who's most likely to finish top 5, yeah, it's Scotty. But there's such thing as, yeah, that's the most likely thing to happen, but it's not a good price. Because, like, let's just go on FanDuel real quick, and I'll explain this. So, let's go to the NBA game tonight. The Magic are minus 400 versus the Timberwolves. Do I think the Magic are going to win the game? Yes. Do I think that minus 400 is a price worth paying? No. The Magic can win the game 60% of the time. 70% of the time. And you would lose at minus 400. I think that's 70% part's right. Let's look. Okay, so at minus 400, you have to hit... The Magic have to win this game at over 80% of the time for you to be profitable. So sports betting is not about who do you think is going to win. It's all about the price. Yes, I think the Magic are going to win, but do I think they win over 80% of the time? Same thing with Scotty. Yes, I think Scotty has the best chance to end top 5. Do I think Scotty has a 50% chance to finish in the top 5 after he withdrew last week because he was having a kid and he's been a new dad this week, or second-time dad, what are you going to say? No, there's no way I'd pay that. Cook us up a 3-bar parlay. I'll talk about the matchups that I like real quick. You can find these on most of your books, on Novig, on exchanges. These are the 5 that I took. 1, I took John Rahm to beat Scotty Scheffler. These are no tie bets. So if they tie, it's a refund, okay? Or with tie bets, whatever you want to say. A tie is a refund. I don't know what the exact terminology is. I would think it's called with tie, though. John Rahm over Scotty Scheffler. I put half a unit on it at plus 150. I think John Rahm's been playing better golf than Scotty Scheffler this year. Scotty Scheffler just had a kid. I really don't know how that's going to affect him. But John Rahm's been playing really good. And John Rahm has a very good course fit at the Masters. Longest shit off the tee. Amazing short game. Scotty is obviously long, accurate, good with his irons, good approach play. But at plus 150, I think that's worth the stab. Minwoo Lee over Robert McIntyre. Again, we talked about how I like Minwoo Lee this week, so I took his matchup versus Robert McIntyre at plus 120. Ryan Gerard versus Aaron Rai at minus 145. I went to win a unit on this, which means I risked 1.45 units. Aaron Rai is short as shit off the tee. He's accurate, but he does not hit the ball far. It's not a great course fit. Ryan Gerard has been playing some amazing golf. Ryan Gerard has been playing some amazing golf in 2026. Aaron Rai has not, so I really like that. Casey Jarvis over Aldrich Potgieter. I win 1.5 units at minus 113. Casey Jarvis has been playing some very good golf on the DP World Tour. And then Potgieter, I don't think is that good. He hits the ball really far, but that's about all he does good. And again, he's kind of like that Wyndham Clark. That's why I didn't like Wyndham Clark. I know that is what was I going to say? Like a strong comparison, Wyndham Clark and Aldrich. But like, dude, he hits the ball far and he can't do anything else good. So like, yeah, you could hit it a mile at Augusta, but if you can't chip, which he is the worst chipper in the field by far, he fucking sucks at chipping. He'll 2-chip, 3-chip some holes. Chip it too far, chip it and leave it way short. So I really like that. Case Jarvis has a pretty all-around game. Justin Thomas over Colin Morikawa at plus 122. Morikawa's hurt. I don't even know if he's going to play. He's saying that, he doesn't know how he's going to play. He's not playing much. He hasn't played since he withdrew from the Players, I think. I think it was the Players. But so I took a stab on Justin Thomas at plus 122. Really, if you can find any matchup versus Colin Morikawa at plus money, and it's not like Aldrich Podgatter, I think it's worth a bet just in case Morikawa does come out and just like absolutely shits the bed because he wants to play the Masters. Steve might be like, I might just play and not play at 100%, and that makes Justin Thomas a really good bet. And then Justin Rose over Patrick Reed. Justin Rose like owns Augusta. Patrick Reed does play really good here as well, but Justin Rose has been playing really good. Patrick Reed's been playing really good, but Justin Rose has amazing course history here. He's been playing excellent golf on the PGA Tour. Patrick Reed's been on the DP World Tour. I just went 0.5 units on this at minus 103. Those are my 6 matchups that I've played for the Masters. Then obviously I played Maverick McNeely top 10 plus 580, Sam Stevens top 20 plus 430, Jake Knapp at plus 8850, and those are the other outrights we talked about. The winning slips you post on Twitter are more than $5. Are you limited or not? I am limited. I use plenty. I mean, I've like went through 40 accounts, but I can show you I'm limited real quick. Let's say I want to bet $10. Nope, just won't even let me do it. They don't fuck with everyone. So I'll use screenshots from my partners, screenshots from the Discord, any screenshot I can get my hand on. Depends on if I have active partners or not. Sometimes they'll get hit. Like I have 4 running for the Masters right now, but just depends. Do you like Brian Harmon over Strokes? Yeah. 72.5? Yeah, I do. But that's it for the stream, guys. I'm probably going to stream every night for the Masters where I just talk about the board, talk about my favorite plays. So make sure you guys follow the YouTube. If you haven't already, please like the video. I'd appreciate it. And turn the notifications on so you get notified every time I go live for the Masters this week. All right? Deuces.